If you keep doing what you've always done, you'll keep getting what you've always gotten. That sentence might sound like a cliché, but it's exactly why 78% of Americans are still living paycheck to paycheck, even those making six figures. You wake up, chase money to pay bills, put out financial fires, and repeat it all again tomorrow. But here's what's crushing your soul. You're working harder than your parents ever did, yet somehow feeling broker than they were. Wealth doesn't come from improvisation. It comes from intention. And that's exactly what no one taught you in school. Wealth is a lifestyle, not a destination. You'll only get there once you understand that every small habit repeated daily either pulls you toward millionaire status or drags you deeper into financial mediocrity. Today I'm revealing the exact 30-minute morning routine that every millionaire I know follows religiously, the one daily habit that automatically builds wealth while you sleep, and the specific mindset shift that transforms broke people into money magnets. By the end of this video, you'll have a complete step-by-step system that makes staying poor literally impossible if you follow it consistently. But here's the catch. This only works if you watch until the very end, because the final piece I share in the last 2 minutes is what separates people who just learn from people who actually transform their lives. If you're ready to stop surviving and start thriving, subscribe now, hit the like button, and comment "I'm in," because what I'm about to share will change everything you thought you knew about building wealth. But first, let me destroy the biggest lie about building wealth that's keeping millions trapped in financial mediocrity. Section 1. The Broken American Dream. Why hard work keeps you poor. Here's the brutal truth that's going to make you angry. Everything you were taught about building wealth is a lie, designed to keep you trapped in financial mediocrity forever. You grew up hearing the same broken formula that destroyed your parents' generation. Study hard, get a good job, save every penny, and pray to retire with dignity. But if you follow that path, the best you'll get is barely surviving and dreading the end of the month. I learned this the hard way, watching my father work 60-hour weeks for 30 years, following every piece of responsible financial advice. He saved religiously, never spent on himself, and drove the same car for 15 years. And you know what he had to show for it when he retired? Barely enough to cover basic expenses and a lifetime of regret about all the experiences he sacrificed for security. Here's the truth no one told you. The system was never built for you to win. It was built to keep you busy, in debt, distracted, and grateful for scraps. You work all month to pay off credit card interest, car payments that get you nowhere, and rent on a place that isn't even yours. Meanwhile, the rich do the exact opposite. They invest first and spend last. They buy assets, not liabilities. And every single day, they work to multiply, not just survive. They're not luckier or smarter, they just have completely different daily habits. Confucius taught this principle 2,500 years ago. The man who moves a mountain begins by carrying away small stones. Your financial mountain seems impossible because you're trying to move it all at once, instead of building wealth one small daily habit at a time. Benjamin Franklin understood this too. He built his fortune through daily virtue practices, small disciplines repeated consistently. Franklin didn't become wealthy through one big break. He became wealthy through daily intentional actions that compounded over decades. If you want to escape financial mediocrity and start playing the wealth game, you need to stop doing what most people do. Because most people are broke, frustrated, and exhausted. Is that what you want for your life? The difference between wealth and poverty isn't intelligence, luck, or starting capital. It's understanding that every small choice you make daily either pulls you toward financial freedom or drags you deeper into the system designed to keep you struggling. Section 2. The Millionaire Morning Formula. How 30 minutes changes everything. Let me tell you about the most important discovery I made studying wealthy people. They all start their day completely differently from broke people, and it has nothing to do with what you think. Most Americans start their day in reactive mode, waking up and immediately grabbing their phone, checking WhatsApp, scrolling social media, and losing an hour drowning in other people's lives. That's exactly how poverty grows stronger every single day. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor, who was also one of history's greatest philosophers, wrote, "How much trouble he avoids who does not look to see what his neighbor says or does." The wealthy understand this principle instinctively. They protect their mental energy first thing in the morning. Your first decision of the day sets the tone for your entire life. If you want extraordinary results, you need to build a morning routine that puts you ahead of everyone else, not lost in distraction. Here's the exact 30-minute formula that every millionaire I know follows religiously. Minutes 1 to 10, silence and clarity. Wake up earlier before the world starts screaming for your attention. No phone, no noise, no distractions. Just you, your thoughts, and your goals. This is a meditation. It's mental preparation for wealth building. Minutes 11 to 20. Learning. Read a few pages of a book about finance, success, or mindset. Even if it's just 5 minutes, you're feeding your brain with wealth-building information while everyone else is consuming social media garbage. Minutes 21 to 30. Strategic action. Pick one task that brings you closer to your financial goals and do it before anything else can distract you. This could be reviewing your budget, researching investments, or working on a side business. Tony Robbins calls this the hour of power, but you don't need a full hour. 30 minutes of intentional morning routine creates more wealth than most people build in years of random effort. Sweat. Section 3. The compound habit system. Why consistency beats intensity. Here's what destroys most people's wealth-building dreams. They want to change everything overnight and end up changing nothing permanently. I see this pattern everywhere. People who can't stick to a single financial habit for 30 days but expect to become millionaires. You need to understand something fundamental about how wealth actually builds. It doesn't come from what you do occasionally when you're motivated. It comes from what you do every single day, especially when you don't feel like it. Aristotle figured this out over 2,000 years ago. We are what we repeatedly do. Excellence is not an act, but a habit. Most people treat wealth building like a sprint, when it's actually a marathon of small, daily decisions. James Clear's research on atomic habits proves that people consistently underestimate what they can accomplish in a year and overestimate what they can do in a single day. They want quick results, but live drowning in procrastination and inconsistency. Here's the psychological breakthrough that changes everything. When you do something with discipline every single day, your identity fundamentally shifts. You stop seeing yourself as a broke person trying to get rich and start seeing yourself as a wealthy person under construction. Choose one simple, practical financial habit to start today. It doesn't matter if it's Sunday, a holiday, or if you're tired. Your commitment to your future must be non-negotiable. This could be tracking every single expense in a phone app, setting aside 10% of everything you earn before spending anything else, studying investments or business for 15 minutes daily, reading one page about money management. The key is picking something so simple you can't make excuses, then doing it every single day without exception. That's where the magic happens. Not in the habit itself, but in the identity transformation that occurs when you prove to yourself that you can be disciplined. Warren Buffett didn't become the world's greatest investor through one brilliant decision. He became wealthy through daily reading, daily learning, and daily decision-making that compounded over decades. Section 4. The Value Multiplication Strategy. How to make money chase you. Here's the mindset shift that separates millionaires from everyone else. You won't get rich just by working more hours. You'll get rich by becoming more valuable to the marketplace. Broke people trade time for money. They think the solution to financial problems is working overtime, getting a second job, or grinding harder. Rich people multiply value through impact. They focus on becoming so valuable that money naturally flows toward them. What does this mean in practice? It means if you're earning little today, it's not because the world is unfair or the system is rigged against you. The market is paying you exactly what you're worth to it right now. The good news? Value is something you can build systematically. Here's the learn, apply, teach, repeat cycle that transforms ordinary people into high-value individuals. Learn something new about finance, investing, entrepreneurship, or high-income skills every single day. This isn't casual reading, it's strategic knowledge acquisition. Apply. Immediately implement what you learn in your own life. Knowledge without application is worthless. Test the concepts, measure the results, and refine your approach. Teach. Share what you've learned and applied with someone else. Teaching locks in the lesson and positions you as someone with valuable knowledge worth paying for. Repeat. Keep cycling through this process until you become someone the marketplace can't ignore. Archimedes said, "Give me a lever long enough and a place to stand, and I can move the earth." Your value-building process is that lever. Bill Gates understood this when he focused on building systems that work for him instead of him working for the systems. Mark Cuban started as a bartender, but became a billionaire by constantly learning new skills and applying them to create value. He didn't wait for someone to recognize his worth. He built undeniable value that forced the market to pay attention. Don't wait for a boss to recognize your worth or for perfect conditions to start. Build the kind of value that makes you impossible to overlook while others complain about their circumstances. Section 5. The transformation moment. From information to implementation, there comes a critical moment in every person's financial journey where they need to stop collecting information and start acting like their life depends on it. Because the truth is, it does. You already know what to do. You already understand that morning routines build a wealth mindset. You've already seen that small habits done every day create massive results. You know that building value attracts money. Now comes the hardest part, moving from knowledge to action with absolute urgency. Lao Tzu taught that the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. But most people spend years preparing for that first step, while their financial situation gets worse every month they delay. You can't postpone what needs to be done anymore. You need to cut useless expenses immediately, not next month. Start investing this week, not when you have more money. Stop buying things to impress people who don't care about your success. Start building assets that generate wealth while you sleep. Here's what separates people who transform their lives from people who just consume content. Decisive implementation. Nike built a billion-dollar brand around 2 words: just do it. Those words work because they cut through all the excuses and mental resistance that keep people stuck. You need to replace the "someday I'll do it" mindset with "I'm starting right now" action. Change doesn't happen with one big decision. It happens with 1,000 small choices made daily until you no longer recognize the person you used to be. The choice is stark and simple. Either remain a slave to bills, debt, and financial stress, or become the master of your financial destiny. If you've made it this far in this video, it's because you've already made your choice deep down. Section 6. The no return promise. Never go back to financial mediocrity. Now that you know the step-by-step system, there's something crucial you need to promise yourself. Never go back to the old patterns that kept you broke. It doesn't matter if you're still earning little money right now. It doesn't matter if you're in debt or feeling lost about your financial future. What matters is that from this moment forward, you know the way. And more importantly, you understand that your financial future is completely up to you. Heraclitus, the ancient Greek philosopher, said, "No man ever steps in the same river twice." You're not the same person who started watching this video. The knowledge you now carry has fundamentally changed you, whether you realize it or not. Poverty isn't just a lack of money, it's a lack of discipline, clarity, and courage. You're not that person anymore. The man or woman listening to this right now carries a new mindset. And with that mindset, there's no economic crisis, no government policy, no boss that can stop you from building wealth. So every day, commit to doing these simple things. Wake up with purpose and protect your morning routine. Feed your mind with knowledge that builds wealth instead of consuming mindless entertainment. Practice one habit that systematically builds your financial future. Multiply your value and impact in the marketplace. And never forget, you are under construction, becoming the wealthy person you're meant to be. You are your greatest asset. The only investment that's guaranteed to pay off is the investment you make in your own discipline, knowledge, and daily habits. Stay the course, because the only thing more expensive than the effort required to change your life is the cost of staying exactly where you are. Your future millionaire self is counting on the daily choices you make starting tomorrow morning. There you have it, the complete system that makes staying poor literally impossible. Break free from the broken American dream formula, master the 30-minute millionaire morning routine, build one daily wealth habit with absolute consistency, multiply your value through the learn, apply, teach, repeat cycle, take massive action with urgency, and never return to the financial patterns that kept you struggling. This isn't theory. This is the exact blueprint that separates people who build generational wealth from those who stay trapped in financial mediocrity forever. Every millionaire I know follows these principles religiously, not because they're complicated, but because they work when applied consistently. Your action step starts tomorrow morning. Implement the 30-minute routine. Choose one daily wealth habit and commit to it for the next 30 days, with zero exceptions. Remember, you're not the same person anymore. You now carry the mindset of someone under construction, building toward financial freedom. If this content has already shifted how you think about money, subscribe to this channel, hit the like button, and comment "I'm committed" so I know you're serious about transformation. Share this with someone who's tired of financial struggle and ready for change. Most importantly, remember that wealth doesn't start in your bank account. It starts in your daily decisions. The only thing more expensive than the effort to change your life is the cost of staying exactly where you are. Choose wisely.